Hello, beautifuls. This is Atleen, and I'm coming to you with another video. So what you see on the screen is a Cisco packet tracer, and it's going to be an example of a PoE, Power over Ethernet. And this is really exciting because we can send gigabit and Ethernet down on cable, which is really, really amazing. So we'll get to the CLI, which is what you see on the screen, command line interface, and you put commands in, and it'll tell the switch what to do to each phone, each IP phone. But we'll get to that shortly. And as you can see, once you go down to the lower part of the screen, you see there's a lightning bolt, and we take each line from the switch to each phone. And as you can see that there's something going on as far as the orange shows that there's something going on. And this is the command line. So we basically hook the switch up to each IP phone. And once you go back to the command line interface, you see that the power device has given power granted. Power granted. Interface Giga 101, power granted. Okay, so basically the CLI line is going to be studied in a later chapter. However, let's go over the PoE, power over Ethernet. And like I stated earlier, it's amazing what our switches can do. They will power our devices. For example, like a Cisco wireless access point, there's an option to plug in a power supply and you get a transformer which is plugged into the wall. But sometimes the wireless access point is installed into the ceiling. There isn't an electrical outlet nearby. So what we do instead is the Ethernet connection itself can carry the voltage required to power these devices. And like I stated, important terminology to know is PSE, power source equipment, PD, power of device, and Ethernet cable. So what we will do is read out of the Cisco 200-301, Volume 2, Window Odom book, and it is Chapter 13, LAN Architecture. And let's just go over the basics to get started. The PoE basics, the family of standards that supply power goes by the general name Power over Ethernet. PoE. With PoE, some device, typically a LAN switch, acts as the power sourcing equipment. PSE, that is the device that supplies DC power over the Ethernet UTP cable, as shown in 13-9, figure 13-9, a device that has the capacity to be powered over the Ethernet cable rather than by some other power connector on the device is called the powered device. So we have power devices, PDs. It can be VoIP, a phone. It can be wireless access point. It could be PSE, power sourcing equipment. And it could be AC power cable, AC power outlet, power supply. And I'm going to stop this right here, and we do part 2 tomorrow. And the part 2 that we will do on tomorrow will be the power over Ethernet standards, as well as PoE operation. Thank you. I wish you well. Keep studying.